speculation or arguments over whether some of that will materialize into real capacity. So this year, I think many have said that the year of execution, or will there be execution?
2025, half of them, maybe 2/3 of them, Neoclouds, were fake, not went to a deal, and we made a real deal with Inflect, 240 megawatt, with Nebius, now everybody knows.
We run a marketplace for digital infrastructure and advisory. Online marketplace handles retail transactions, colo, network, GPU cloud, and then the advisory helps out some of the same providers and larger customers do larger deals.
The speed of delivery. Everything is about speed. Connection from the French grid is probably the most difficult task, but the bureaucratic process is a nightmare.
We're not traditional brokers. We operate as essentially outsourced sales for our partners out there, and then we operate as outsourced procurement for the customer. We really have to tackle it from all angles of the deal. It's a whole of project effort.
Everything is similar, but everything is different.
The right provider, the right location, the right parameters around power, tax rates, have a good story for the people who are going to finance it. This is one of the most extraordinary periods because we're doing so much stuff at scale that is constantly changing. It's trying to remove as many doubts as possible so people have high conviction, which means that we also have to have high conviction in our partners and the customer.
I'm going to quickly, just a quick kind of background set. So I think this morning, I think most of you have been here with the sessions. I think two themes that we're going to touch on here. I think it's a great kind of segue from talking about Neocloud demand, and then with Sasha and Ainsley presenting on all the type of announcements and the speculation or arguments over whether some of that will materialize into real capacity. So this year, I think many have said that this is kind of the year of execution, or will there be execution? And so it was a really great opportunity that we got Mike, who flew yesterday all the way from Vegas. He made it. He won the jacket at the tables. No, I'm joking. Came all the way from Vegas, but has increasingly done work here in Europe. And so we were able to bring together a quick case study of an example of a data center that, I'm actually apologize, my team has covered it more closely. So, but I'm going to, if I make generalizations, please correct me. But something that has come together relatively quickly and is operational and live. But I'll kind of guide. They're going to have kind of a chat and share their roles in this project, and I may ask you a few questions, but the audience may have better questions than me, and they can guide. We can I'll try to guide that conversation. So, quick introduction, and then we'll get right into it.
That's good.
Yep.
I'm Mike Nguyen, founder CEO of Inflect. We run a marketplace, an online marketplace for digital infrastructure and advisory for same. So the online marketplace handles retail transactions, colo, network, things like that, GPU cloud. And then the advisory helps out some of our same providers and larger customers do larger deals. So many of the Neoclouds that we represent actually also sell their services through our marketplace. So that helps us understand who's buying from them, what their market share is, things like that. So just driving more conviction for our partners who are supplying data center footprints for them.
And I am Emmanuel Vannier, one of the founder of Azur Datacenter. Azur Datacenter is a colocation provider for now more than 15 years. We have been in the small edge data centers for a decade. And in 2020-21, we started doing some HPC liquid cooled for the largest European bank, BNP. And then we entered the game of the AI factory in 2024. 2025 was a negotiation with Inflect, with others. Half of them, maybe 2/3 of them, Neoclouds, were fake, not really fake, but did not went to a deal. And we made a real deal, thanks to Mike and the team, with Nebius, now everybody knows, so we can talk about it. And another one, which is not really disclosed yet, but we made two deals in December 25, so a few days before Christmas, 240 megawatt IT load for Nebius and 17.5 for another one. We have more or less 2.5 or 2.8 gigawatt under development in 15 facilities. So the two we are talking about are the one we are building for real. People are in the place, the workers are there. We are putting the raise floor next week on both, delivering the capacity, 60 megawatt for Nebius in July, and the 17.5 this summer for the other one. It's real people, real cable, real electric equipment. Everything is real.
I mean, there's so many questions to ask, and we only have so much time. So maybe I'll let you guys kind of. I think the audience wants to know kind of how this came about. The timeline is a big issue these days. How long does it take to execute? Can you get energy permitting, get through the process, get the tenant, raise the capital? I mean, there's so many. So I'll lean on you guys to emphasize which parts you think are most important that the audience would like to know, and what you maybe learned about how deploying Neocloud, a Neocloud tenant is material or significantly and meaningfully different from hyperscale, or perhaps similar. You guys would know better because you guys did this. So I'm going to let you guys.
So maybe the starting point is the speed of delivery. Everything is about speed. So point number one, we take existing site, brownfield. It used to be Bridgestone factory. They made tires for 50 years. They had permits for everything. It's an existing facility, an existing building, an existing power feed, the transformer, power station, connection to the grid. Everything was live when we decided to go in. So everybody asked me, how long does it take to get the permit? So I can tell you, we needed a permit only for some coolers outside. It took 5 weeks. 5 weeks to get a permit, and we were okay to build, to do the fit out inside an existing building. In France, the regulation says that if you are building something inside an existing building, it's not building, it's fit out, call it what you want. No permit, no build permit needed, as long as it's inside an existing building. So what we did is we built a data center inside an existing building. We did a box in a box for the white space, we did some containerized prefabricated skids for the electrical, MEP, all the chilling comes on skid. Everything comes inside an existing building. It looks like we are hidden from outside view, so we don't need permit. That's answer regarding the permits. Timeline end to end, what we propose to our customer is usually 6, 7, 8 months for the first RFS date, with 2 months early access. So more or less, they come to us, sign the contract. After 6 months, they can enter the white space, start installing the fiber, the equipment, the IT, all their stuff. And after an additional 2 months, so it's 8 months, they run something, 60 meg or 10 megs or 15, usually 1/4 of the total capacity. And we have 5 other one coming in the exact same time scale. End to end, below 1 year.
So this is a 240 megawatt site.
240 megawatt being delivered in 3 stages. First one in July, 60 megawatt in July. Additional 60 megawatt for December this year. And the additional 120, we need a new line from the grid, so probably 1.5 additional time just to get the new connection from the grid. And in this game, we have some tricks, but I won't explain how we speed up. But what is for sure is getting a connection, a new connection from the French grid is probably the most difficult task in France. We have probably the most wonderful grid. Everything is brilliant, the quality, the reliability, capacity, everything is over average. But the bureaucratic process is a nightmare.
And so, sorry, it was 60-60, it's basically 60-60 is and for this customer, for the Neocloud customer, they've committed to both?
It goes to 240 in
and then they would have, I assume, they would have the option on the third.
Of course.
The third block.
It's contracted for. So that's what makes it 240. We'll see, maybe there'll be more, maybe less, but that's what the contract is for. It's 240 in 3 phases.
A little closer. Yeah.
60, 60, 120.
Okay. Well, lost train of thought for a second. So on the Inflect side, right, how did you, I think the audience would be interested to know what your role in this, how you played, obviously data center operator, but what your role was.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we're not traditional brokers, right, from the real estate perspective. We operate as essentially outsourced sales for our partners out there, and there's some other partners here in the crowd. And then we operate as outsourced procurement for the customer. So in this case, we've been running projects for Nebius for a while. There are challenges in the States where we were originally looking for them, and then we got a request from them for a very specific set of parameters this last summer. And it was just fortunate, people meet people. So we met our friends here at Azur through some other partners of ours. This was a tremendous effort, buy side, sell side. There's actually 6 of us on it, constantly doing tours, negotiating the contracts, helping with the financing. I mean, it's a full package. So I think when it comes to the go-to-market side of this industry, you see a lot of people like, I heard of some dude who's got some stuff and here it is, and give me a commission down the road. That's all right. But really, I think the folks who are making it in this space really have to tackle it from all angles of the deal. And that's the right provider, the right location, the right parameters around power, tax rates, a good story for the people who are going to finance it. So it means it's a whole of project effort.
So is this? You classify this as kind of a standard data center colocation deal, or would it be? Data center colocation deployment. Or would you think of this as more a build-to-suit?
I would say the name colocation is not really appropriate because mostly it's single tenant. So colocation means I've got multiple tenants. So it's a colocation contract with only one tenant. It could be a build-to-suit, but it's not because we are the data center designer, builder, and operator. Mm-hmm. So it's a single tenant colocation contract. Mm-hmm. Second difference is what we deliver is, on the technical point of view, different. The liquid cooling, the high density, it creates a gap so large, such a gap that if you have a look to what has been done, I call them the old world and the new world. Everything is similar, but everything is different. If you have a look to the power feed, the medium voltage, high voltage part, it's different. If you have a look to the cooling, to the piping, it's different. The chillers, where they are, the quantities, the balance between liquid cooling and air cooling, the way we do the air cooling, the density of air cooling. Everybody is talking about the liquid cooling density, but the air cooling, Nebius wants 60 kilowatt air cooling per rack. 60 kilowatt, just for the switches. It's probably more challenging than bringing the liquid cooling to the compute rack. It's above what everything has done before. I've heard about rear door exchanger. I say, wow, bullshit. That's not what we want. NVIDIA and us, we are not talking about rear door exchanger. We are not in a retrofit. And when I say retrofit, could be retrofit of an existing facility, or could be, I'm not very nice with retrofit of an old design. I've got an old design, I've got old drawings, I've got old everything, and I retrofit the old drawings, engineering, design, in something that could cope, but it's not enough. It's not enough at all. So we are buying from the industry, not from the data center vendors. We are buying from the oil and gas vendors, coolers that usually are the ones used in refinery. My coolers are 2,500 square meter area on the ground, 12 meter high. It looks like an old refinery. When you have a look to the thing, you say, wow, they've built a refinery. No, it's a cooler 12 meter high. It's a huge cooler. It's not coming from Vertiv or Schneider. It's coming from the oil and gas industry providers. I'm buying pumps. Huge. Piping, huge. They are not coming from the data center industry. They are coming from the real industry. In the north of France, they have industry. I'm talking with vendors, contractors on the field. They say, yes, we've done the Heineken factory to produce beers. Yes, that's exactly what we are doing. It's a real factory with huge piping. So that's a big, big, big difference. I would say my feeling is, except a few ones, and I will not name them, most of the design houses are far behind, probably 2 years. They are not really understanding what they need to deliver for NVIDIA gears. They are preparing to be just catching up, and I'm ahead of this. I'm preparing the future. We are preparing now, last month, the 800 volt DC. That's coming next year. Probably we'll decide end of this year, the vendors, the equipments, place the order in December, receive the goods in mid-2027, and be ready end of 2027, maybe mid-2028, because that's exactly what Nebius wants. Maybe they do not even know today, but next year, they will ask for the next generation, the Vera Rubin Ultra with the 800 volt DC, and they will come to me and say, hey, Emmanuel, I'm sorry, but I've got something to change on the requirements. I need something new. Okay, I know. You need this. It's the same story for now 18 months. I know what you need. Before you need it, I know what you need. You need the liquid cooling, you need the air cooling, you need the density, you need the heavy racks, you need the medium voltage close to the data hall, you need some battery storage. All this, you need it, but maybe you don't know yet. But you will discover you need them.
So changing requirements are a big
A
part of
lot.
the planning process. Mike, I know you had some opinion or some thoughts on that you want to share.
Yeah, I mean, the requirements change all the time, and they change in kind of unfortunate ways, right? So you could have a deal done, and then for multiple reasons, the requirements change. I mean, right now we have as we all know, we have a war going on, and there's a need for us to actually look at different supply chain methodologies, right? That are holding projects down, not just in Europe, but in America, et cetera. So you have to be constantly available for the changes, as well as we have a kind of the big daddy in the room with NVIDIA changing scope all the time. So if you can actually think about where we might go and try to get as close as possible to those requirements, and if you can kind of set yourself up for the future, then I think you have a better chance of success over the course of time. But constantly, I mean, we have many projects going at once, and there's changes, I'd say probably 50% of the time mid-install, right, mid-delivery.
Interested to know how you dealt with the client with respect to that. You come into the relationship. There are some moving parts. How do you kind of explain to them? Listen, this is kind of the forward planning that I've done. This is how I can plan ahead for you, or I guess disintermediate or prevent that problem from happening.
Yeah. I think my part's gonna be small. Yes. It's like any relationship. You're gentle with your partner. Right, that sort of thing. I think a lot of it is the push and pull of hearing people out, making sure that they understand what they're asking you for. This is one of the most extraordinary periods because we're doing so much stuff at scale that is constantly changing. And you're hearing about your peers doing different things, and folks who have half the information are telling you what they believe should be done. So it's just being open to talking it through with folks and speaking some hard truths to people, but really just being there throughout the process and making sure you can translate it to everybody who has a stake in it. So helping our partners understand what the client actually is looking for is key.
I would say the best requirements we have is two figures. They come, they say, we want to install 10K GPUs this generation. Okay, two information. Which model? How many? 10K, 20K, 5K, GB300, Vera Rubin, Vera Ultra. Okay, I'm good with this. Everything else, I bring them. Rack layout, the floor, the way it's organized. And sometimes I tell them, maybe you forgot some storage there. I say, no, we are sure. And 2 weeks ago, I need 200 additional racks. Oh, what for? For the storage. Approximately 80% of the project, they forget the storage at the beginning of the project. They've got everything coming from NVIDIA, compute racks, switches, fibers, everything which is the core. But everything else, they forgot it. The storage, connection to the outside, the WAN, internet access. I cannot name all of them, but usually they forgot to ask the telco providers, day one, to bring the connection. And mid-project, they say, we are late. You're late.
So it sounds like the kind of with this new type of customer, the Neocloud type of customer, helping them being more proactive seems to be one of the big differences.
Exactly.
The way the sector has done.
We take their hand sometimes, bring them to the telco provider, say, have a look to this guy. He knows exactly what you need because I explained to him where the fiber chamber is, where is the dark fiber network, how far am I from the highway. So probably go and see him, ask exactly the bandwidth you need. He has the answer.
It's almost like managed services.
In a form, the hyperscale guys were Neoclouds themselves at one point. So we've seen this happen before, right? So I think a lot of what's happening today has in some form happened before. So it's not, for folks who've been around for a bit, you kind of recognize what's going on. It's at scale, of course. So it's like many zeros, I guess, being added to it. But it's not unfamiliar.
We're right up at time, so I'm not going to, unfortunately, the gentleman will be here, so if you have questions, feel free upstairs. But we did want to touch on capital. I'm going to leave it very open-ended given sensitivities and disclosure. But I'm sure the audience is very keen to understand kind of how the capital to support this project was, especially given the time frame put together. Again, let you guys given disclosure.
How can we say? Reducing the time of delivery means reduced risk for the capital. Between the moment you put the first euros to revenue streams. So we reduce this down to below 1 year. We also ask some, it's not investment, let's say, non-recurring costs from setup fees from our customers, which is not usual. We said to them, we need some of your capital to start the machine. And the last point is, we have a cost per megawatt, which is lower, much lower than what is said everywhere, what I hear every day. It's much lower. So return on investment is very good, much better than the usual hyperscaler deal. Hyperscaler deal, it comes, I need a investment grade off-taker, 12 years long contract. Based on this, I can borrow money. I've got a cost of capital, 10, 12, 15%. I've got a revenue. Put the calculation on a very long timeline and get to a profit. Good one, but not huge. We are in a completely different high-speed trend. The return on investment is below 5 years. In case the Neocloud is not able to stay after 2 or 3 years, I don't care, because everything is there. Another one will come, no stress. I can support something that goes up and down and up, and maybe more and faster and slower. It's not really important. I'm not trapped in a very rigid, very off-taker, lender, data center operator. Everything is back to back. That's really my competitors doing business with the American hyperscaler. Everything is back to back. Everything is aligned. We can afford to take, we are fast moving. We will take risk of investing in a land, in a power connection, and the customer will arrive, and we share a little bit of the risk because we ask them a little bit of money at the beginning, and then it grows easily.
Yeah. And that's a good point, that we've started to see some of these projects where, start the customer, maybe the first tenant maybe does not take their option or cannot expand, but we've started to see other kind of Neoclouds or hyperscalers come in and say, well, we really like this location, or we need the capacity quite badly, and they'll take it over. So I guess that is a big shift to start watching for, is how fungible is this hyperscale Neocloud data center capacity. I'll give you the last thought, and then questions, just please, you know who the gentlemen are. We'll take it upstairs, and I think a few of us are hungry. But yeah, I'll give you the last word on the capital side, or anything that you feel is important about the project.
I think the capital one is, of course, as you said, there's a lot of private data around it, but if you can structure it in a way that makes sense for the partners, if you try to raise for a huge site, like you're seeing with all the Stargate stuff, that's problematic, right? But if you can have a good story around how to phase things out, then the capital becomes a little bit easier, and there's more players that you work with. The challenge is that even on the capital side of things are changing constantly. So you're getting push and pull around. At this point, everybody needs an IG wrapper for anything, right? And then all of a sudden, next week it won't be that, because somebody was able to take a leap of faith. So you kind of have to keep your eyes and ears to what's happening out there. But I think the bottom line for us is trying to remove as many doubts as possible so people can have high conviction, which means that we also have to have high conviction in our partners and the customer, right? So it's the capital partners are funding two parties at once. And sometimes the same capital partner for both of them is actually funding the overall project too. So it's constant jujitsu.
Yeah, it's another interesting twist and change in how the sector does things. So appreciate everyone's attention. We're going to start lunch now. We'll be back here at about 1:45. Please. Thank you.